Well, I guess I'll take a step back.
I'm
Like
just trying to make
there's no boys are the future, and it doesn't exist. And like we don't understand, like that's affecting young minds. Like it's like affecting young boys to the point where they do not understand their place in the world. They do not understand their place in society, right? So we have a lot of strong, powerful women who understand their value and their worth and what they bring to the table in their role. Great. But we have a lot, but because we put so much of an emphasis on women for the last 30 years, we have a bunch of boys in Arrested Development who are just completely lost.
I will agree.
Yeah, who have no idea what they're doing.
I blame their mamas, but go ahead.
Yeah, no idea what value they bring to the table.
Their mamas, their fathers for not being there too as well.
The fathers not being there.
I will speak on that.
Lack of male role models. But this is the end result. The end result isn't anything getting better. The end result is everything just flipped.
And you know what? Just talk more further on your point. How many times on media and TV you seen the man act like a fucking idiot?
A dummy, a fucking bumbling fool.
Bumbling fool. Nothing. Hold a second.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You got a Peter Griffin. You got a Homer Simpson. All that type. Even today in today 2021, and the woman is just the smartest thing you've seen out there.
Yeah.
Yes, us older. Funny, laugh at that, keep it moving. Rick, Jet, a 7-year-old, Gigi, someone younger than that sees that as like, oh.
Well, that's the norm.
Well, that's what it is.
Well, my father plays dumb. He plays dumb because he just don't feel like being bothered.
That's different. That's a strategy behind it.
Okay.
That's strategy.
Hold on.
Yeah, he just want me. Yeah, go ahead.
What are you postulating right now?
As far as
what are you postulating?
As far as what the media had to play in this role?
What are you postulating right now?
Yeah,
it's time to bring the balance back. It's bullshit. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing men look like idiots in media.
Yeah. I think what you look at, and I was doing an interesting conversation about this, right? And I've discussed this at other points, but it's like, if you look at like my dad's generation, right? They grew up with aspirational figures like James Bond. You know what I'm saying? Like all kids who were born in the 60s and 70s, they want to be James Bond. They want to be Luke Skywalker. Yeah, want to be Luke Skywalker. They want to be men who were about something. But those men weren't self-serving. Those men were cool, they were smart, they were talented, but they were ultimately doing something for the greater good of their community, of their country, of their planet, whatever. All male role models, while being cool guys, had a greater purpose, right? And then what happened is somewhere around the mid-2000s, the male influence went from being James Bond to being Michael Cera. You know what I'm saying?
Who the hell is that?
The kid from
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, Superbad.
No, Superbad.
It went from being a cool or Steve Carell in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, or Homer Simpson. It went from being a cool guy, a cool leader, alpha kind of guy.
I got the answers. We saw through it. No problem.
Exactly.
Follow me. We'll take us to the promised land.
Exactly. And I'm going to do this for the betterment of everyone, right?
Yeah, everybody eats.
To just like this bumbling idiot loser who went from bumbling idiot loser to, when my generation grew up, it went to like the introverted nerd, soft-spoken kind of guy became like, that just became the archetype for who we were meant to be, right? And that's a result of pushing women forward. But the thing is, like, I think women said we want to get pushed forward, but the problem is not everyone can be at the front.
Right.
Somebody has to be at the back. So
somebody's got to bend the knee.
The unintended consequences of pushing women forward is that men naturally there has to be less attention focused on boys. And that means less attention. That means those boys don't get the attention to become the men that women ultimately want. So now you have a bunch of career-driven, focused 20-year-old women, and women in their 20s who are like, "Oh, I'm a boss, babe. I know how to do this." And they're like, "Where's my counterpart? Where's my husband? Give me one second, let me finish." And
no, finish.
Yeah,
but that's a different topic.
It is. It all relates.
We're leading to it's circling back to the whole alpha thing.
Forward.
He's cooking. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Damn, bro, that's
But the thing is, what we've done is we create these great women. But again, like we discussed earlier, women want someone who's a leader, someone who's someone to lead them, right? So we have a bunch of strong, great, intelligent, powerful women, but where are the men? The men got no push, no prevalence. The men are just fumbling and bumbling around.
I will say that unfortunately, I think a lot of that became when a lot of women became single mothers.
Yeah.
Because women raise their daughters and they baby their sons.
Yes.
So when you have not all single mothers, let me put that disclaimer out there. So when you have some women raising men, well, you cannot raise a boy to be a man because you're not one. That's one. But when you have women raising little boys, I see a lot of times that women, they will baby their sons, and they will make their sons into their man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In a certain type of way.
The house, so, the son husband.
Right, the son husband. So he can't go out here and be a leader and be somebody's husband because you so busy keeping him as your son husband. So it kind of creates a conflict in him being in a leadership role because now he relies on mama to be his thought, his brain. And if it comes to a woman, is mama gotta approve of that woman, and 9 times out of 10 when it comes to boys, ain't no woman out here good enough for their boys.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
So you have the mother interceding in every aspect of their lives, so you don't have men. You do have men. You do have the same. Right. You got that same little boy. Now he grown, and he trying to be a man to somebody else, but he never became a man. Yeah. So I think that is the problem where we became it. I totally agree with you that we have played too much attention. We should pay attention to young women because at the end of the day, you do want to raise young women to be self-sufficient. Yeah. You know, women.
Smart,
smart, educated, you know how to run their household. If they're single, know how to do things on their own. But at the end of the day, we also do have to pay a lot of attention to boys because me personally, if I had to look at the pool of guys out here that I'm looking at for my daughter, I'm like, girl, you fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you fucked or they 40.
Yeah, you fucked. Or they too old to be with you. So it's just a thing of
that's why old heads out here winning.
They're winning.
Because they know how to be a man.
Veronica, I never, and I got a 10-year-old daughter, I never looked at it
like that. Yeah, I do. And I think
the environment that we're creating. Yeah. I'm breeding her, not me personally. You know what I'm saying? But like, all she's going to look towards is an environment of someone of that stature.
Right.
That's it. That's it. If you're not providing at that level, as a, when she comes to 18, 19, that's what she's going to come into. That's, I am like,
it's fucked.
I'm not even like,
we're fucked.
But those are
mind
things.
is blown.
Veronica, last thought, we're going to wrap it up from there.
But those are things
that's
that
tough.
as a woman raising a young lady, these are things that I do teach my daughter. Who you end up with life determines a lot of things about you, where you live, how your children are raised, what school they go to, what kind of car you're going to drive, if you're going to be able to travel the world. We do teach our daughters that, but at the end of the day, I don't think there's enough mothers out here teaching their boys who you are as a man determines what type of woman you get, which determines what type of lifestyle you have.
Talk about it.